Parfum and France, a presentation by MOLIKA BHARTIA.
Perfume, for the most part of the human history, has been used to modify the scent of our bodies. Most historical documents report on the lives of the rich and powerful who certainly enjoyed perfumes. Although the earliest evidences of perfume can be traced back to Mesopotamia, Indus Valley Civilization in India, the land of Cyprus in the Bronze Age, the Islamic cultures, etc. We can all agree that in the modern world, the first place that comes to our mind when we think of perfumes is France. Parfum in France. The fragrant history of France began as the Renaissance court brought Italian taste to the country. The arrival of Catherine de Medicis in France from Italy after her marriage to Henri II in 1553 could arguably be seen as the beginning of French parfum, which started with scented gloves. Originally, before the age of running water, perfumes and the scent of flowers were principally used to hide the odors of unwashed bodies. Perfumers were also known to create poisons. For instance, a French duchess was murdered when a poison was rubbed into her gloves disguised as a perfume and was slowly absorbed into her skin. This fashion of perfumes grew with the reign of Louis XV. In the 18th century, his court was called La Cour Parfum. Madame de Pompadour ordered generous supplies of perfumes, and King Louis demanded a different fragrance every day. These scents weren't only applied to the skin, but also to the clothing, fans, and furniture. Everything! So much so that it even substituted for soap and water. Continuing the fashion started in the Renaissance for using scents to mask the odor of habitually unwashed bodies. Moving further in time, Napoleon was reputed to be a big user of fragrance, while Empress Josephine used such a strong scent that her apartments were said to still smell of it decades after her death. Grasse, the perfume capital. The real heart of French perfume industry is in the small town of Grasse. The flower-growing industry of Grasse and the surrounding area, which had begun in the 14th century, has blossomed to supply today's demand. There has been a museum dedicated to the perfumery in Grasse since 1921. Le Musée International de la Parfumerie opened in 1989 and has now grown to over twice the size, with optics and collections tracing the history of the industry that has shaped the area through thousands of years. Grasse Jasmine Festival is usually held in early August, while Expo Rose is held in mid-May. Now following are some very reputed and well-known French perfume brands. Croix-Nord is a third-generation parfumerie founded in 1926 in Provence. All of the ingredients are sourced from the region and most of the products are made in France. Croix-Nord offers both traditional perfumes as well as eau de toilette. Traditional perfumes are concentrated, often oil-based fragrances that melt into the skin for a long-lasting wear. Guerlain is one of the oldest French parfumeries. It was founded in 1828 and was family-owned and operated for more than 100 years thereafter. Shalimar by Guerlain is perhaps the most famous French perfume after Chanel No. 5. The scent was inspired by the gardens of Shalimar, which were built for Princess Mumtaz Mahal by Indian Emperor Shah Jahan. Jumoshi is a French luxury fashion and perfume house founded in 1952 and was started with a sense of sophistication and elegance. L'Ive Irrésistible, Givenchy's most joyful fragrance, boldly sings the praises of joy in its purest form. Ambre Nuit by Christian Dior offers a unique cocktail of grapefruit, bergamot, Turkish rose and pink pepper. The fragrance was inspired by the lavish soirées of Baroque period in France in the 18th century. Dior combines timeless elegance and avant-garde nuance into their perfumes. Chanel number 5. This famous perfume was launched by Coco Chanel in 1921 on the 5th day of the 5th month of the year. Throughout the 1940s, 50s and 60s, Chanel number 5 became popular in the US and enjoyed consistently high sales at home in France. In 1952, Marilyn Monroe famously said that Chanel number 5 was the only thing she wore to bed. The perfume remains one of the most famous scents in the world today.
Thank you for watching.